Have you ever wondered where the sun goes at night? As the sky darkens and the stars begin to twinkle, one might ponder the mysteries of the celestial bodies. In the land of the rising sun, Japan, there exists a captivating myth that seeks to explain this daily phenomenon. In Japan, there's a captivating myth about a radiant goddess named Amaterasu. She is revered as the goddess of the sun, a deity whose presence is essential for life and prosperity. Her story is one of light, warmth, and the eternal struggle between harmony and chaos. Amaterasu is the sun goddess, bringing warmth and light to the world. Each day she rises in the east, her golden rays illuminating the land, nurturing the crops, and providing the energy needed for all living things to thrive. Her light is a symbol of hope and renewal. Amaterasu is a powerful and kind goddess. Her benevolence is reflected in the way she cares for the earth and its inhabitants. She is often depicted as a serene and majestic figure, embodying grace and strength. Her presence is a reminder of the delicate balance that sustains life. She cares deeply for all living things. From the smallest flower to the tallest tree, Amaterasu's light nourishes and sustains. Her love for nature is evident in the lush gardens and vibrant landscapes that flourish under her watchful gaze. She is a guardian of life, ensuring that the world remains in harmony. Her brother Susanoo is the god of storms and the sea. Unlike Amaterasu, Susanoo's domain is one of turbulence and unpredictability. The sea, with its ever-changing moods, mirrors his volatile nature. He is a force of destruction and renewal, embodying the duality of nature. He can be wild and unpredictable. The storms he conjures can bring both devastation and cleansing, a reminder of the power and fury of the natural world. His actions are often driven by emotion, leading to conflicts and chaos. One day, a terrible argument erupted between Amaterasu and Susanoo. Their clash was not just a personal dispute, but a cosmic event that shook the heavens. The siblings, each representing opposing forces, found themselves in a confrontation that would have far-reaching consequences. Susanoo, in a fit of anger, wreaked havoc in the heavens. His rage was like a storm unleashed, causing destruction wherever it went. The once peaceful realm of the gods was thrown into chaos, with winds howling and debris flying. He destroyed Amaterasu's rice fields and even threw a dead pony into her sacred weaving hall. This act of desecration was a direct attack on Amaterasu's domain, a place of creation and life. The rice fields, symbols of sustenance and prosperity, lay in ruins, and the sacred hall, a place of artistry and tradition, was defiled. Amaterasu was deeply hurt and angered by her brother's actions. The destruction of her beloved fields and the violation of her sacred space were more than she could bear. Her heart ached with sorrow and rage, emotions that were as intense as the light she brought to the world. She felt she could no longer bear his presence. Overwhelmed by grief and anger, Amaterasu withdrew from the world, retreating into a cave. Her absence plunged the world into darkness, a reflection of her inner turmoil. The sun goddess, the source of light and life, had hidden herself away, leaving the world to face the consequences of her brother's actions. Amaterasu was so upset by Susanoo's behavior that she decided to hide away. Susanoo, her brother, had caused such chaos and destruction that Amaterasu could no longer bear to witness it. She retreated into a cave, taking the sun with her. This cave, known as the Ame-no-Uzume, became her sanctuary, a place where she could escape the turmoil. Imagine her sadness and anger, so deep that she felt the need to completely withdraw from the world. Her heart was heavy with sorrow, and her spirit was consumed by rage. The entrance to the cave was sealed with a giant boulder, trapping Amaterasu and the sun inside. This act of seclusion was not just a personal retreat, but a cosmic event that affected all of creation. Without Amaterasu and her radiant light, the world was plunged into darkness. The skies turned black, and the earth was shrouded in an eternal night. The once vibrant colors of the earth faded into shades of gray. Flowers wilted, and the lush greenery turned into a lifeless monochrome. The sun no longer rose, and a chilling cold settled over the land. The warmth that once nurtured life was replaced by an icy grip that stifled growth and hope. The people of the world were in despair. They gathered in the village squares, their faces etched with worry and fear. They prayed and pleaded for the return of the sun, for the return of Amaterasu. The gods, too, were concerned. They convened a council to discuss how they could coax Amaterasu out of her hiding place. They knew that without her, the world would continue to suffer. One of the gods, Ame-no-Uzume, came up with a plan. She performed a lively and joyous dance outside the cave, hoping to catch Amaterasu's attention. The other gods joined in, creating a raucous celebration. Curious about the commotion, Amaterasu peeked out from the cave. The sight of the gods' joyous celebration intrigued her, and she began to feel a glimmer of hope and warmth in her heart. Seizing the moment, the gods quickly pulled the boulder away, allowing the light to flood out of the cave. Amaterasu stepped out, and with her return, the sun once again illuminated the world. The earth was revived with vibrant colors, and the chilling cold was replaced by the warmth of the sun. The villagers rejoiced, their hearts filled with gratitude and joy. Amaterasu's return brought balance and harmony back to the world. The gods were relieved, and the people celebrated the return of their beloved sun goddess. The story of Amaterasu's retreat and return is a reminder of the delicate balance between light and darkness, and the power of unity and hope in overcoming despair. The absence of the sun brought great sorrow and hardship. Plants withered and died, animals struggled to survive, and the land became barren and cold. The once joyful songs of birds were replaced by an eerie silence. People shivered in the perpetual darkness, their hearts heavy with fear and despair. The other gods and goddesses were deeply concerned. The world they knew was dying without the sun's life-giving energy. They knew they had to find a way to coax Amaterasu out of the cave and bring light back to the world. The gods gathered near the cave, desperately trying to come up with a plan. They knew they needed something powerful to lure Amaterasu out, something so enticing, so irresistible, that it would spark her curiosity and draw her out of her self-imposed exile. Finally, one of the goddesses, the wise Ame-no-Uzume, came up with a brilliant idea. She devised a plan to use music, dance, and laughter to awaken Amaterasu's curiosity and entice her out of the cave. Hope flickered amongst the gods as they set about enacting Ame-no-Uzume's plan. Ame-no-Uzume began to dance and sing outside the cave, her movements lively and joyous. She hung a beautiful mirror on a nearby tree and adorned herself with sparkling jewels. The gods, inspired by Ame-no-Uzume's energy, began to laugh and cheer, their voices echoing through the darkness. Inside the cave, Amaterasu heard the commotion. Curious, she peeked out from behind the boulder, wondering what could possibly be causing such a joyous sound in the midst of such darkness. She saw her reflection in the mirror and was mesmerized by her own brilliance. "Who is that beautiful goddess?" Amaterasu wondered aloud. The other gods seized upon her curiosity. "It is a goddess even more radiant than you," they exclaimed, urging her to come out and see for herself. Intrigued and flattered, Amaterasu slowly emerged from the cave. As she stepped out, the world was bathed in her warm, radiant light once more. The gods rejoiced, their laughter echoing through the heavens. With Amaterasu's return, the sun rose again, casting its golden rays across the land. The world awakened from its slumber. Plants sprang back to life, animals rejoiced, and people emerged from their homes, blinking in the newfound light. The return of Amaterasu brought with it a renewed sense of hope and joy. The world had been given a second chance, a reminder of the sun's vital importance to all living things. Amaterasu's story reminds us that even in the darkest of times, there is always hope. It highlights the importance of courage, forgiveness, and the interconnectedness of all things. Just as the world needs the sun to thrive, we need each other to bring light and warmth into our lives. Even today, the Japanese people hold a deep respect for Amaterasu. They believe that her spirit lives on in the sun, reminding them of the importance of light, warmth, and the balance of nature. Amaterasu's tale is a timeless reminder of the power of light over darkness. In the ancient myths of Japan, Amaterasu, the sun goddess, is revered as the source of all life and energy. Her radiant light is not just a physical phenomenon, but a symbol of hope, renewal, and the triumph of good over evil. It's a story that has been told and retold for generations, reminding us of the enduring strength of hope, the importance of forgiveness, and the resilience of the human spirit. Elders pass down these tales to the young, ensuring that the wisdom and lessons of the past continue to illuminate our present and future. The story of Amaterasu also teaches us about the interconnectedness of all living things. Just as the sun's rays nurture the flora and fauna, Bringing life to the countryside and gardens, so too does the light of Amaterasu nurture our souls, encouraging growth, harmony, and balance in our lives. As you bask in the warmth of the sun, remember Amaterasu, the shining goddess who brings light to the world. Her presence is felt in every sunrise, in the gentle caress of sunlight on your skin, and in the vibrant energy that fills the air. She is a constant reminder of the beauty and power of light. Her story reminds us that even when things seem their darkest, there is always the promise of a new dawn. Just as the storm clouds part to reveal the sun, so too can we find light and hope even in our most challenging moments. Amaterasu's light is a beacon, guiding us through the darkness and reminding us that brighter days are always ahead. Just like the sun rises each morning, chasing away the darkness, hope and joy will always return to fill our hearts. The cycle of day and night, light and dark, is a natural rhythm that mirrors the ups and downs of our own lives. Embrace the light of Amaterasu and let it inspire you to find joy, hope, and resilience in every new day.